Hello everybody, this is Dr. Kalpana Shringar from Prakriti Charitable Foundation. Welcome to my channel, Tuning a Fragile Mind. Today I'm going to talk a little bit on dependent personality disorders, avoidant personality disorders, and antisocial personality disorders. All of us have a small quirk in our personalities, but if it goes a little beyond, then we consider them to be disorders. Now, in antisocial personality disorder, what happens is the person is totally manipulative, the person doesn't follow any societal norms, the person may become very aggressive, argumentative, but does the work that he or she wants to do. They'll try to manipulate the entire environment. But when you look at them, they look very, very normal and they talk to you pleasingly at times. But you should be worried as to when their mood is going to change. They can suddenly change their moods. They even start stealing. They tell a lot of lies. They do whatever they want. They don't stick to any societal norms. The whole problem is they like to achieve what they want. They don't feel that you are perceiving things in a normal way. They feel that they are highly intelligent and they can do anything their way. These are categorized under what we call antisocial personality disorders. This disorder starts at a very young age, at the age of say 15 or so. They first start like conduct disorders, and then it progresses and they go on increasing these things, stealing, telling lies, manipulating the environment, and then they become personality disorders. Actually speaking, there is no medication for personality disorders. You can treat a mental patient, but it is difficult to treat a person with antisocial personality disorder. You can only talk to them. Only talk therapy is going to help them. Or you have to set certain rules like token economy, which comes under behavior modification therapy. You can talk a little bit or use cognitive therapy, but even that normally doesn't help. You can only think of changing them a bit. You may change them, again they'll go back to the same old state of behavior. So the pattern of behavior is entirely different as compared to a normal individual. When you talk about the avoidant personality disorders, these people try to avoid relationships. They try to avoid people. They try to avoid friends. They have an inferiority complex. They have a poor self-concept. They have a poor self-esteem. They feel that they do not know anything. So they try to avoid people. They just stick to themselves. They do what they want. They don't interact at all. They don't try to argue. And it is very difficult to pull them out of this state of mind. For these people, cognitive therapy should help. A little bit of behavior modification therapy, like telling them to talk to somebody. You get something if you talk to this person. You do this work, you're given this gift. So token economy also helps. And positive strokes. Tell them if they have done something good, just appreciate what they have done. This should help them come out of it to a great extent. But when you talk about antisocial personality disorders, these people cannot maintain a stable relationship. Assuming you get them married, they may not stick to the same person. They may not like the same environment. Or his or her spouse may not like the person because of the manipulative temperament. So they just break off from relationships. If you ask them a detailed account of what has happened and about the whereabouts, they'll never try to explain it to you. There's another category of personality disorders which we call as a dependent personality disorder. In dependent personality disorder, the person is entirely dependent on somebody else. The person feels scared to stay alone. The person is scared of isolation. The person feels that he or she cannot survive alone, so he or she hangs on to another person. I can give you an example of a case who was very, very happy with her boyfriend, but she could not, she was totally dependent on him. And he, for whatever reason, he was in love with her, and it went on for a few years, 1 or 2 years. And then he understood that this lady was very, very clingy. He said, "Why are you clinging on to me for every small thing? Just leave me alone." But she did not like it at all. She said, "No, I cannot. I need to stay with you. I need your help." So how far can a person help? How far can this lady be dependent on somebody else? So there was a breakup. Such people do not even mind if they are scolded, if they're abused. They take everything in a light spirit. Their aim is to be dependent on somebody for some sort of a help. But this doesn't last long. If you talk about the other sort of a personality disorder called obsessive compulsive personality disorder, they have certain set pattern of rules as compared to these people. They stick to those rules. They do not even try to deviate a little. They only go and abide by those rules. And they are very nitpicking. Even if something goes wrong here or there, they will point out and they will not proceed further. So they are obsessive about some particular aspect. If you give them to write something, again there the problem starts, because they want to be precise, they want everything to be put in an order. So that sort of an order is very, very difficult for any person to handle it, because it takes a lot of time, consumes a lot of time, consumes a lot of effort, and whatever they do, they don't find any perfection in it. So they go on repeating and repeating and repeating the same thing over and over again. So such people cannot maintain stable relationships. They cannot work in a place properly. Supposing you send them to work, even there if they show that they are very precise in certain things and they cannot deviate even a bit here and there, it becomes a problem. They cannot work, and the people above them will not accept their work. So all these categories of personality disorders have their own set of problems. The treatment strategy for these people would be only talk therapy. They need to come to a lot of psychotherapy sessions. You have to talk to them, and behavior modification also plays its own role in the treatment strategy. So you should call them regularly and talk to them. And supposing they are married people, call their spouse and ask the spouse also to join the psychotherapy sessions, because you should find out what exactly is happening. And always remember, antisocial personality disorders can never ever maintain a stable relationship. There will be fights, there will be arguments, there will be aggressive behavior, temper tantrums, stealing, telling lies, psychopathic behavior. So all these, when they don't fit into the societal norms, and when they deviate from the societal norms, it becomes very, very difficult for anybody to accept them. So if you come across such people, see that they are taken for help. Take them to a rehabilitation center. Some of them may even turn into drug addicts, alcoholics. So see that they don't develop these habits apart from what they already have. Take them to centers where they can be helped by counselors and psychologists. because medication really does not play a major role. Maybe they are given a few medicines here and there at times, but normally it doesn't work, to be very frank. So psychotherapy, behavior modification therapy, to a certain extent cognitive behavior therapy could play a role. So kindly take them and seek help at the earliest possible, and see that they don't end up taking drugs and deviate much more. Thank you for your patient hearing. I'll come back with many more videos. Thank you so much.